Well, good afternoon to all, and thank you to ESPON and to DGT by the invitation. I will not present a PowerPoint, but I will speak about the case of the landscape. Well, the general case of the landscape program the landscape transformation program in Portugal, and the particular case that we worked in Silves and Monchique. Well, firstly, I want to say that this program of landscape transformation in Portugal, I think it's a very important innovation. And it's an innovation mainly by two reasons. Because the program assumes that the landscape transformation is an economy problem. And secondly, because it relies on the payment for the ecosystem services to drive the program. So this conjunction of ideas, economy and payment for ecosystem services, is in fact an innovation. And also, but more, the program defines priority areas and is focused on getting a viable management to those areas. This, in conjunction with the two other innovations, is even a more great innovation. But it's not the least, because we have also an innovative financing model that tries to use at the same time different kinds of European and national sources of financing of the program, which is also an innovation. And the last but not the least, it created, at the same time the program was launched, it was created a different law framework for landscape transformation. So, in general, this is in fact an important change in landscape transformation policy in Portugal. That is a continuation of another important program, that is the National Strategic Program to Territory Management, which is also a very good program. So the framework where we have worked in Monchique and Silves is this one. So the program of Monchique and Silves is an innovation inside an innovation, because there we had also some innovation. Firstly, in the methodological innovation. I will not detail here, I simply don't have the time, but we worked in that program when the analysis and the technical work to produce the program, the land transformation program for Silves and Monchique. That program was based firstly in an aptitude analysis of the territory, or aptitude or fitness analysis of the territory. Secondly, in an effort, a very intense effort to understand the true economical and social logic, because when we speak about, for instance, in forest, I'm a forester, so my view is influenced by my profession. But when we speak about forest cultures or forest productions, sometimes the economic logic of the culture is not apparent. And in this case, we try to really uncover the true logical or economic and technical and ecological logic of the productions. Then with this, we projected an objective landscape. We call it the desirable landscape, something that would be the desirable end state of our process, and we tested it with FIRE models to understand if the landscape that was imagined or desired by us was a fire resilient landscape. And so this, in brief, our methodology was also innovative in this sense. So an innovation inside an innovation. And we try to apply to that region precisely the logic of the new economy. And what kind of logic is this? It relies on the idea that what makes the landscape is the activity on it. It's a quite simple idea. If you have a crisis in your economic logic, you have a crisis in landscape management. So if we must know what kind of economy, and in that particular case, we have driven forces or active driven forces that can help, not being enough or not being the only, but help very much to drive the landscape management and change. And I'm, of course, speaking about tourism, which is very important in the region's economy, and will gain a lot if first the perception of the region change to a more sustainable or less affected by environmental risks like fire first, and second, if the region dispose of places that are specifically prepared to touristical activities, not linked to the beach and to the sun, that are very important, of course, but not only they are not the only resources in Algarve. So we try to explore that new economy and also make a comprehensive study about the ecosystem services, their intensity, and the way of improving them in that study. That led us not only to have a synthetic main actions to apply to all the territory. For instance, actions that apply to riparian forest systems or to terrace. There is an important landscape feature in that zone that are agricultural terraces that also in a crisis of use, utility, and use. So we detected priority actions to do for the global territory, and inside the territory we detected priority intervention areas where those actions combine, and try to develop also a governance solution to put this thing all together. Well, that was really an interesting work. I think it resulted in a product that is interesting, but I'm speaking in my own cause, so I will develop more this conversation. We had also a very good care about the monitoring program, trying to have indicators that really showed or possibly show in the future the positive impact of the program and its measures. So, in the end, in the 24th of June of 2020, we had the program, we had the financing model, and we have a monitoring program. So we are happy. More happy we will be when we can put this thing in the field. the president, the mayor of Silves and the mayor of Moshik, two persons very keen in and very focused on their territories and in the problems of these territories, have made a lot to trying to push the beginning and the démarrage of this process. And I think the process had already begun. But we need to see the next chapters of this story, and the next chapters of this story are, for me, essential. The put in practice the system of financing. Only on this, when this system is in practice established, we can put it in practice this this program. But again, I think it is an innovation inside an innovation. Is a problem that deserves to be studied because it in fact creates new ways of see this problem. But right now and for the moment, I will stop because I have said enough and pass the floor to the president of the SEALs and Moshik that certainly have well interesting and very focused questions to add to this.